I can't believe you two. If Filch had caught you. I checked that copy of A Study of Recent Developments in Wizardry you found in the restricted section. No mention of Nicholas Flamel.
Shame about not finding him. Have some bacon or something. Why aren't you eating anything? It's Charms class next. I've heard we're learning the Incendio charm.
I'm sure I've read Flamel's name somewhere.
Bit early for mail, isn't it?
But I never get mail. Let's open it. It's a broomstick. That's not just a broomstick, Harry. It's a Nimbus 2000. But who? You'll be able to fly anywhere around the grounds, but try not to crash into too many of the towers.
Thank you for your concern, Ron. Welcome back to the Harry Potter and Philosopher's Stone on the PlayStation 2 100% walkthrough or guide or whatever you want to call it, guys. This is part 15, and this is a new day at Hogwarts. And we're going to go and talk to Hermione now, and just talk to her for a little bit. There she is.
Harry, Charms class is on the second floor. I'll meet you there. I'm going to check another book later. Notable magical names of our time. Might have some mention of Flamel.
You do that, Hermione. But before we go to Charms class, we're going to go outside and we're going to get a lost item.
Class.
Yes, Harry, we're going to go there soon. Because now that we have the new Nimbus 2000, we can fly anywhere around the grounds. Outside, of course, not inside. And we have a telescope to find it. We actually didn't check the notice board after this, but yeah, we didn't check the notice board in the previous part, like at night.
This for their astronomy lesson.
But I went and did it before I started recording this, just so I could collect it in this part. So we have the telescope. We have to just return that to the notice board, but we're not going to do that for some time because we have classes to go to. Before we go into the castle again, we're going to just check this golden chest of the wizard cards and such. And we actually get a wizard card pack. We don't often get these.
A wizard card pack.
That's nice.
Lord Stoddard Withers, Bridget Wenlock, Godric Gryffindor, Cyprian Udall, Roderick Plumpton.
So we got all of those cards. Some of them we already have, but that's okay because we can just trade them. So that's really good. Now we can just fly down here, and you have to be careful when you're flying the broomstick because you can crash into towers and everything, so try to be careful. So now we're going to go inside Hogwarts again because, as Hermione and Harry said, we have Charms class now. It's the second Charms class of the year, of the game, and it's the last one as well. It's actually the last spell challenge. Yep. This Charms class is the last spell challenge that we're going to go through. Because the next day, not like this night, but next day is actually the last day. There you have normal classes. Then it's the night when everyone knows what happens, and then next day you finish the game basically. So this is the last spell challenge that we're going to do. And we're going to learn a very interesting spell that we actually learn in Chamber Secrets on PlayStation 2 as well. And that game came out before this game, so not very original.
Please find a seat, students. Good morning, class. Today's lesson will most assuredly involve learning how to cast the appositely named Bluebell Flames. The proper incantation for this charm is Incendio. Once you have managed to collect the Incendio spellbook, the Incendio charm will be yours. You must then return here to the classroom.
In here, Harry.
Why is it always Harry that has to go through all these spell challenges? Why can't they just change it up a little bit? Send in Hermione. Because she's never done it. She will in Prisoner of Azkaban on PlayStation 2 though. So, yeah. But it's always Harry in this game and the next game. It's always Harry in Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets, and then they let Ron and Hermione have a turn in Prisoner of Azkaban on all the Prisoner of Azkaban games. So in the fully brute type, you get a venomous tentacula. Hooray! So up there in that spiky thing, cylinder thing, that's where the spell book is. So we have to go there. Basically. We have to find a way to get up there, and it's quite easy to get up. Just hit that Flipendo shield, and this bridge will be extended, and you can pretty much just go over to the gargoyle and use Lumos. And as you all know, those light platform things will appear. So we just made all the fire crabs fall down there into the abyss. Not really an abyss, but use Lumos and watch all of the platforms appear. Like that. So there's actually scattered, like there's a challenge shield scattered throughout the whole challenge. There's quite a lot of challenge shields. We've already got 2, which is quite a lot considering we haven't been in this challenge for like a minute or so. And there's another one there, as you can see. So we have to get inside this thing where the spellbook is, and to do that you have to go there's like these 3 ways that go into their own places. Pretty much you have to go through all 3 of them, and in all 3 of them there will be like button you can press or something like that, and that will help you to get away some of the spikes. Like there's 3 sides of the spikes, like 3 layers of the spikes, if you know what I mean. It's very hard to tell you and like try to, well, tell you how to do it. It's much easier when you see how to do it. So at the end of this part you will see how you're going to get the spellbook. There we get Xavier Rastrick. So that's nice. We haven't got him actually. It's nice that we get him. This spell challenge is actually going to be in 3 parts. And we got hit. Yeah, this spell challenge is going to be in 3 parts, which is quite a lot. Now Lumos, the Lumos spell challenge was 1 part. And then Spongify challenge were 2 parts. And then the Defender challenge were 2 parts as well. But this Incendio challenge is going to be 3 parts. So it's not really that long when you play through it, but it actually takes quite a long time. I saw that when I was recording it, because I've always looked at the spell challenges. Not that long, but not that short either. But then when I had recorded it all, I saw that it was very long. So 3 parts it's going to be. But that's okay, because there's quite interesting things happening in this challenge. Mostly at the end though, which there has been a hint in this part as to what will happen
pasty.
at the end of the spell challenge, but you'll have to wait and see to the third part of the spell challenge before you
Cool. An owl treat.
get enlightened with the facts, pretty much. There's a lot of fire, and that was a fail. There's a lot of fire in this spell challenge, but that's... Of course there is a lot of fire, because the spell that we learned... The spell that we learn, I can't talk, is Incendio, which is, of course, a fire spell. So, of course, there's going to be a lot of fire in this spell challenge. As I said as well, we learned this spell in Chamber of Secrets on PlayStation 2 as well, which came out before this game,
Hedwig.
so they're not being very original. And now we're calling Hedwig. She's trying to fly through the fire and not get burnt, and give Hedwig the owl treat, like so, and she will help us with the challenge. And again, she drops ladders. She always drops ladders though, which is quite nice. So we're going to use that challenge, and we're going to go to the bottom of this room again. We don't have to climb all the way down. It's just like with the Lumos challenge. They just cut it off so you get to the end. And now we have to take this cubicle, I think it's called, or something like that, or rockstone thingy. I don't really know what to call it. And just push it onto this pressure pad on the floor. And then we will see what happens. So that pig statue, well, it's actually a gargoyle though. I should say gargoyle. When that gargoyle is lifted up, there's a flipendo shield. And when you hit the flipendo shield with flipendo, one of the 3 layers of the spikes will, like, go away. And then you have to do that 3 times. And that is pretty much how you get to the spell book. It is quite simple. It's very like simple, and you know what to do. It's just that it takes a bit longer to do it. And this is cheating, and very not like cheating, but that was a fail. It's not cheating. I don't know why I said it's cheating, but it's very sneaky. Like after you do this, they put a challenge shield up there, and we were there just a minute ago or so, and there wasn't a challenge shield there, but then they just put the challenge shield there. So you have to know that the challenge shield is there, or else you won't get all 10 of the challenge shields in this spell challenge. And this is the first spell challenge that we can get all of the challenge shields first time through. So after we're done with the storyline, you have to go back to the 3 other ones and get all of the challenge shields. But hit the flipendo shield, and that is the end of the part, and I will see you in the next one.